It's really easy to get through the season pass. Again,
Is it?
Yeah,
though?
it is. As someone who's played other games with battle passes, Sea of Thieves' battle pass, because that's what it is. It's a battle pass. It is piss easy. And I've seen people complain and say, "Why you want the seasons to be short? I haven't finished my season pass." And I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? This is like I think it's about 8 hours maybe to complete a season pass. 8 hours in 4 months. In this case, it was 7. So no, I don't think the season pass would have made that any better.
It's interesting. I listened to the to DK Fine, to the Conversation podcast, and they play a lot of Sea of Thieves as well. But they often talk about, it's the end of the season. I still need to make sure I finish my season pass. I'm like, what? You also play a lot of Sea of Thieves, but I think they play it in the weekend, and to them, it's not enough. They really need to make an effort to finish the season pass. So I don't know. Is it? Are we the exception then, or
I
what?
just play in the weekend. So I don't know what these people are doing.
I guess maybe because, well, we are. Let's be fair. Like, our skill level is, on the higher end of most players, and we just crank out these world events. We cash in a lot of loot each session, and we hop off to the islands, and we're very efficient. And I think most players aren't just that efficient as us. I don't want to brag or anything like that, but I'm just, we're just a bit more experienced. We know how to get the season pass up.
That or the vast majority of people play this game once a month.
Maybe, but I think you can also, like, the players that play only once a month, they don't really want to finish the season pass anyways. I feel like they just want to, play whenever they feel like it, and if they get rewards, they get rewards.
It's not like the season pass rewards are really exclusive or anything either.
That's also true.
I personally think the season pass should be decoupled from seasons, and seasons should be binned anyway, because they've been a net negative for this game for a core player, and I think they just hurt the dev team as well. Because put it this way, right? Delays happen in games, and that's just a fact of life. It's no one's. It's someone's fault, but it's not like the average developer's fault. And even your best manager can come into hiccups, right? People make mistakes and shit happens, as I said. But when you look at a game, I completely forgot what I was going to say now.
Season pass.
Season pass. I have to cull this out.
That's what you get when you don't have a script to shine your way.
Exactly. Why have I fucking gone off on this tangent? This is a classic. Sorry, I remember what I was going to say now. So you set this deadline. So live services games as a whole love a season. It's Fortnite, it's COD, it's Rainbow Six, it was Gears of War when that was playing, it's Apex Legends, it's League of Legends, it's any live service game, and they have the season pass. And in the corner, you have 14 weeks left of this season. Great. We know how long this update is. All of a sudden, halfway through the season, it says, now there's, before this week, it was going to be 8 weeks left, but now it's 12 weeks. Right? And you have made this expectation. You have, as a team, you sat down and said, we're going to release updates every 3 months, every 4 months, and now it's every 2 years or whatever. Sorry, every 6 months on average.
Yeah.
And then that gives players, regardless of you've never announced a release date for your next update, that in the corner sets an expectation to your players and saying you are to expect this next big update in X amount of weeks. And regardless or not if that next big update's been announced or you said it's coming out then, changing that countdown breaks that expectation. And that is a delay if you ask anyone, as someone who's a content creator, as a customer who's a core player. So now what you have is that player base is pissed off because there's a delay. No one likes waiting, even though that is a fact of life. We spend half our lives waiting on everything.
True love.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Now you've set yourself this deadline. You've broken this deadline. Player base gets pissed off. And then, this arbitrary thing has been set by yourself, right? And as the updates aren't as big, you've now said, it's taking us longer to make updates, but they're not as big as they were. in the first year. I know they're crunched for that. That's different. Monthly. Let's take 3 monthly updates, for example. 3 monthly updates is probably bigger than 1 season. Probably by about double.
At the moment, it is. Yeah,
definitely.
True.
Yeah, I think not all seasons are created equally. Because this thing has been set by yourself, players expect more of you because there's longer waiting, and that's just not happening. So with these whole season pass season stuff, where everyone's completing for a live service, everyone's fighting for someone's attention, and when that new update is not coming out in the times as expected, people get annoyed, they get bored. Let's just get rid of seasons as a concept. Have your season pass, and that be a separate track with a plunder pass. And I know it's all this marketing shit where, oh, we've got this new season pass and plunder pass. It's a new season, so come and buy this, and it works. But it's not working when you're only releasing 2 season passes a year, when you could have had 4 plunder passes sold, when that's completely separate from your updates.
Yeah.
And it breaks up the content from the cosmetics. So you halfway through your season of your update, oh, there's a new season pass anyway, there's something for me to work towards. I can buy stuff from the Emporium anyway because I want the new plunder pass.
Yeah. So you're saying have those season passes like every 2 or 3 months and have them separate from the seasons.
Have them,
so it always goes.
Have them quarterly. So 14 weeks. They come back anyway, so who cares? They just get put in the shop several months or years later. 4 season passes a year, completely uncoupled from seasons. Get rid of season names. They're boring. They're not seasonal. And they just fade into the background of every other thing. I know marketing and data says, oh, people play a game because of seasons. But what sounds better to you? This year we could have had Legend of Monkey Island. We could have had Guilds of Gold. And we could have had, what was the first one? Chests of Fortune. You've got 4 season passes there, regardless of what our core content is happening. You've sold 4. So in this case, you would have sold twice as many plunder passes. Probably not, depending on how psychology works. But now there's no expectation for you to get out a season in 3 months or 4 months or 7 months, because you've not set that deadline of saying, this is a season, it's 4 times a year. So just get rid of them.
Yeah. Makes it easier to talk about it as well.
Yeah, it's easier to talk about. Players don't have expectations that are being told to them and not met. Your dev team doesn't have any pressure because you've not said when it's coming out. It could be 6 months. You never promised it was going to last a season. So just get rid of them. People would be half as pissed off if that happened this year, because we wouldn't have a 7-month season. We'd just be 7 months between an update.
Yeah.
Because there is still small bits of content dribbled through and Monkey Island, so it's all a psychological thing and how people perceive these live service games.
All right.
Sorry to go on a rant there, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
I hope Toby is really happy with this expanded answer.
This is for you, Toby. Hope you're happy.